what is going on, everybody?
Oh!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Greatest Attorney. When we left off, we went to go see Sherlock, but
he
we were
wasn't there.
bamboozled and met with Dr. Watson, who's actually a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah,
But
Iris,
it's,
she's so cute.
She is. It's so wonderful. But now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go blackmail the guy with.
She's
some
homies with
stuff.
homesies, so.
Luckily, the investigation hasn't finished yet.
Without further ado, let's look for our Inspector Gregson.
Yeah, this time we have something more important than his fish and chips.
Confirmed. Fish and chips confirmed, everyone.
All right, we're gonna go give you this Iris's card and
It's straight up bribery.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Inspector Gregson. Can I have a moment of your time? Not time to solve, but I'm incredibly busy. I have no time to entertain pawn shops.
Wow. We have this. This is addressed to you, Inspector Gregson, from Miss Iris Watson.
What? Milady said something for me?
Milady?
Milady? Hand it over. Give it to me. No! Come on! Whoa, whoa, he
Jesus.
just snatched it away. What exactly is this coin? As you can see, it is a crown coin. However, there's no ordinary coin. This is, yes, one might call it payment for my performance.
Performance? Oh, so you mean...
Exactly. It goes without saying that this is for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Milady wishes to include my likeness in the story, and so she rewards me with this.
Yes, I know. I have read of your great efforts.
So it's royalties. She's holding the royalties over his head to tell us information. Well, to be honest, whenever I appear in the stories, I usually am the butt of the joke. I know exactly how you feel. More importantly, there is something you'd like to know?
Is there something?
Is there something I'd like to know? Huh? Silence anything the guys in the dark jackets ask, right? I can say nothing other than right. Now, inquire as you see fit. Go on.
Very well then. We will take up your offer and ask but one single question.
Where is Sherlock Holmes?
The two of us would very much like to know the location of Soseki Natsume's flat.
Oh, that's right, because he's at he's
Yeah.
at the place. Oh, yeah, the culprit, right? Tiny little Japanese guy, big mustache. If you want to know, that shabby little business stands in your field of vision. There!
Shakes his food.
Oh, he's been here the whole time.
Literally right there.
It's that rundown house with a beat-up bicycle in front of it. Go to the first floor. That poor bike.
It is far closer than I expected.
One of the residents should be a man named John
Garadeb.
At any rate, should you meet Milady again, send her my sincere regards. Got it? Relay it to her sincerely. Make sure my regards are sent.
Jesus.
Okay. Now, that's all I have to say. Long live Milady.
Okay.
And he's gone.
He stands, Iris. Off he goes.
Shall we head to Soseki's flat?
Of course. Sherlock!
All right, let's move. Oh, wait, you know what I haven't done? I have not examined this area. It's the wrong way. I want to go over here. We haven't examined this area since we first came here, so it's like, listen, let's look at the pretty horse.
This is a police buggy from Scotland Yard. The yard uses these to rush to crime scenes and lock up criminals.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Susudo.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to ride through London on one of these.
Then why don't you try breaking a window of one of those rocks over there?
If I did that, I'd end up on the criminal side of the buggy. But be that as it may, if there's no other way, I'll have to make do. I'll go search for a suitable rock.
No, wait, no, I was just joking. Oh, Lord, girl.
She's a hardcore fan.
Yes. A snowman. Hello.
Look, what an adorable snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman? Wow, they make those in Great Britain, too? He's a little crooked, though.
Crooked man.
Oh, God. I knew that was coming.
Mr. Crookheadman. But
God.
look here, he's got a scarf wrapped around him.
It's blisteringly cold out. I wouldn't mind a scarf.
Maybe some other time, or while it's already pretty breezy as it is.
Maybe I should just borrow that snowman scarf.
If you do that, I'm sure whoever built that snowman will be heartbroken.
Yeah, I know. Besides, even if I did borrow it, it'd just make my neck even colder than it already is.
For real, it's on snow.
Hello, gentlemen. Those signs not important. Let's go look at you. So this path here is the crime scene.
It's wide enough to give you a pretty clear view of down the road.
That's true. I don't see any obvious places that could be used as a hiding spot.
Jesus.
Oh, you chaps, what you think you're doing?
We're just investigating the crimes.
What, you're on a league with that guy with the mustache, aren't you?
In league?
In that case, I bet you're here to tamper with the evidence, aren't you? Go on, shoot!
He shoot us off with a couple of stray dogs.
I guess we shouldn't get too close to the crime scene.
Aw, that's a shame.
Well, moving on from your road. There's snow piled on the footpath, but you can see wheel tracks on the road.
Seems coaches often cross through Briar Road. Snow will likely all be gone soon.
Considering I slipped and fell on the footpath just a little while ago, I feel like it'd be safer if I just walked on the street instead.
But with your black clothes and your small physique, I'd be worried about that the horses would trample you without even noticing.
Thanks for your concern.
Small physique. Unlike Mr. 6'4" Dracula who we faced the other day.
Yeah.
Wow, it's an English bicycle! But the wheel on this one is just so horribly, unbelievably bent.
Maybe someone was just training really hard. It looks like they're riding for their life.
It seems like bicycles are really popular in London right now. There's even been some sort of movement to alter women's clothing so they can ride it too.
I can't see it lasting very long. After a while, no one will be riding them anymore.
He has no idea. You don't say. Naruhodo, do you have a problem with bicycles?
No way, of course not. It's not like I hate them. I just hate balance, because I have none. It's just that taking Buffy off the ground feels really reckless. Anyone would understand that after falling from stilts into a river.
Next time I rent a bike, I'll just let you sit behind me. That's so ironic, because his descendant gets around on one and no way else.
Yeah.
Phoenix rides a bike literally everywhere.
Pretty much. Hey, hold on. Look at the window in this building.
Oh, that's so ironic. What's the matter with it?
It is completely sealed off with bricks.
Oh my! Wonder what that's all about. Maybe the house is completely vacant.
But there's smoke billowing up from the chimney.
British culture remains an enigma.
My mind is an enigma. Alright, a door.
Mr. Holmes! An old residence made from bricks. I can really sense the history build up in those walls.
There's so much history in it, in fact, that the whole building is tilting. The old house looks especially dilapidated even for this part of town.
According to Inspector Gregson, this is Soseki's flat.
It's on the opposite side of the street from the crime scene. Getting wrapped up in an incident like this in a foreign land must be disheartening. Anything else here? Nope, that's all good and said and done. Bike. Is there? No, okay. Alright, let's do it.
Yes.
New destination. The jail. Okay. Soseki's home.
Where is he?
Where is he going to be hiding at today? In the cannon. Okay. 19th of February. Soseki Natsume's residence.
Oh God. Well.
Oh, is this the residence of Mr. John Garadeb?
It is. Who might you to be?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
He is the attorney for Soseki Natsume, one of the residents of this property. Oh. If it's all right, may we speak about Soseki with you? Oh. I will bring my master for you. Please wait one short moment.
Okay. Susanoo, did you see that? Is that one of those famous British maids that I've heard so much about?
Yes, I've heard that the most affluent families in the Great British Empire employ many of them. This is the first time I've seen one. I'm so moved.
Now it really feels like you're going to Britain, right?
If there was a butler alongside her, it would be absolutely perfect.
Just, hello.
Oh God, no.
I don't know what perfect means to you, but yes, it does feel like that.
Just an ancestor that looks exactly like him.
Yes.
Thank you for your measures. My master's willing to see you now.
Oh
wow.
My God.
Oh.
He
He looks very pointy.
Yes, his face is a moon. He is a crescent moon of hair. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the cannon. Help me just by having a cannon in your room.
And to make matters worse, it's real.
Oh, he's actually talking. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to talk yet. I was gonna be like, oh, let me look around before I have to make a voice for you. I wasn't prepared for this.
He is a moon. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, he's just. Yes, I would love to hope that if he turns towards us, his face is just gonna be a circle. It's gonna be a full circle, and he's gonna be a moon.
That makes no sense.
Because his face and hair obviously resembles, you know, a crescent moon.
Yeah.
And hopefully by angles he would just turn and it would just be like poof, full moon.
No.
Or he'd just disappear and be a new moon, and you'd be confused. He'd
He'd
look
just
like
be a sliver.
Yes. Anyways,
That's terrifying. Like he seems like you have the same kind of voice as the inspector does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. You could make relatively close to Shelly if you will. Just
Ha! That thing is nothing more than a worthless toy.
Huh?
When I retired from the military, the army sold it to me. You know, in case the enemy ever attacks us, just want to have one lying around.
Is that a cannon lying around?
Sure, in this crazy world we live in, you never know just what might happen next.
Mr. Garrideb, what do you think could possibly happen?
Oh, well, you know, well, so far Joan uses it to dry her aprons. According to her, they dry quite nicely when she hangs them there.
It's almost as if the cannon itself is hanging its head in shame.
It's like, I used to fight in battles, now I
Whoops.
dry aprons. Are you gonna talk to him?
I'll talk to him. Oh.
You have to examine him.
Oh, whoop. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Hello, sir. I'm gonna look at you.
Welcome. I'm the landlord here, John Garrideb.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. This is Naruhodo, attorney at law.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me for not standing to greet you. Some years back during the Battle of Maiwand, I took a bullet straight to the knee.
To the knee.
The general presented me with a medal, and I reluctantly left the rest to my inferiors.
So he's a war veteran.
Sick of me to climb stairs, so don't go out a lot.
Saying this place is on the second floor, I was out of breath myself when I got up here.
It's only because you don't get enough exercise.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, if you were presented a medal, you must have been an accomplished soldier.
Oh, please, that's just a hunk of junk. Medals are nothing more than trinkets. Just throwing it out would be an insult to the general, though, so I have it hung up for now. Hey, John, show the guest my medal, if you would. John, the medal, and if you...
Oh my god!
God flab it, Joan, where were you pouring that stuff?
Oh goodness me, I'm terribly sorry, Master.
Just be more careful from now on.
Of course, Master.
Jesus fucking Christ, what a people. At any rate, nowadays I'm just whistling away the time... Wait! Whiling away the time piece. I don't know English.
Whiling, yeah. I don't know English, even though I am English.
I see.
Now then, you're here to ask about that tenant of mine, right?
Yes, we'd certainly appreciate any information you can give us.
Of course, as a sworn protector of British peace, I'll help you in any way that I can. Speaking of the Japanese, I believe their empire signed a treaty of alliance with us. What's more, it seems this incident has caught the eye of the general public.
Is that really true?
Even now, the famous detective is carrying out an investigation of my home.
You mean Sherlock Holmes?
That might have been the one. I'm not really interested. I've never even heard of him.
Oh, but isn't that an issue of the Strand magazine over there?
What? Oh, no, that's,
The detective is currently investigating that Japanese man's room.
He's in Soseki's room?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Because of him, the whole neighborhood is gossiping about my home. For a retired man who only wants a quiet life, such gossip is indeed very troublesome.
Well, let's talk about the boy.
The man.
Well, talking about Soseki.
I know, but he's a man.
Yeah.
Mr. Garrideb, would you be willing to tell us about your tenant, Soseki Natsume?
Sure, he's been living here for about a week.
That's it?
Only a week? So he moved in quite recently.
You see, we have tenants on both the ground floor and the first floor. This was 1 week ago when the first floor became free. The first floor is actually...
Oh, God.
Don't watch what you're doing!
Oh, goodness me, I'm terribly sorry, Master.
God damn it!
If you ask me, I knew that Asian was suspicious from the very start. Do you really think so? That man is always sweating bullets with his eyes darting all to and fro. If you think about it, I'm gonna practically scream suspicious. You could tell. It was only a matter of time before he'd snap. Had no doubt about it.
I should make sure this maid doesn't get called to the witness stand.
For real. Was there anything else you found suspicious? Why, yes, there definitely was.
She really perked up at that question.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Let's talk about the strange tenant. Was there anything in particular that struck you about your tenant, Soseki Natsume?
Oh. Why, yes, everything about him is suspicious.
Oh boy.
Everything? He'd always be reading incomprehensible books cooped up in his room like a hermit. He never speaks to anyone, and he's never ever had a single guest. Every day he goes to the used bookshop, and then he comes back at 5 o'clock p.m. to turn on the stove. He also stays up later than anyone else in this home.
Is that so?
The ground floor tenant typically calls it a night at around 9 o'clock p.m. As for that Japanese, he's never gone to bed by any earlier than 2 a.m.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you know all this?
Could I ask you something? What is it? Miss Maid, why are you so intimately familiar with Soseki's life and habits? Oh! The tenants don't live on this floor, right?
Yes, they live on the ground floor and the first floor.
In that case, isn't it a little strange that you know so much about him? You've given us precise details on when he comes home and when he goes to bed.
God damn it, Joan! Just watch what you're doing!
Oh, goodness me, I'm terribly sorry, Master.
Suso does have a point. It did feel as though the maid knew more than she should have.
Snooping, eh?
Snooping around, I see. Snooping as usual, I see.
Alright. As you might know, the incident occurred at about 5 p.m.
What was that supposed to be?
That's that Eggman Sonic meme.
Snooping as usual, I see.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Did you happen to look out the window at all during that time?
The window?
We noticed that your window faces Briar Road. The incident happened on the pavement at the opposite side of Briar Road. Did you perhaps catch sight of any suspicious individuals outside, for example?
5 p.m. is simply about dinner time in our household. Unfortunately, I don't recall anything abnormal. What about you, Joan?
I didn't notice anything either. The sun was setting, so it was starting to get dark. Not to mention the fog. I imagine it would be difficult to see so far away.
I see.
Did anything else unusual happen at all?
Anything unusual?
Stop stirring your tea with your pipe, you
For
weirdo.
real.
You freak. You're a freak.
I like my tea tobacco scented, thank you very much.
Oh, no. It can be anything, really. Even something that seems unrelated to the case.
Old war habits die hard. I mean,
What?
so in that case,
Did you notice something?
well, it's probably not worth mentioning, but when the crime was committed... Yeah! Joan, watch what you're doing.
Oh, goodness me, I'm terribly sorry, Master.
Just be more careful next time.
Of course, Master. But might I interject, Mr. Attorney?
Sure, what's on your mind?
From what I can remember, nothing at all worth discussing happened in this home, I do believe.
Is that true, Mr. Gyarados? You sound like you had something to say.
No, it was just that... Oh, God!
He said egads.
Joan, get it together, please.
I'm sorry, Master, but I truly do believe there's not much to be said.
Every time she does that to interrupt him and stop him from saying
Yeah.
something, every time He's gonna speak, she spills him with the tea.
It's very annoying. She spills the tea.
Oh, she
Every
spills the
time
tea.
he tries to spill the tea, she spills the tea.
To stop him from spilling the tea. Tea spillception.
God.
I suppose not. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It was just another quiet evening. Right, Joan?
Yes, indeed, master.
What the heck is going on here?
It looks like something happened in this room last night.
I can't help but be curious. Oh yeah, something's going down here.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, which room is Soseki's?
It's right below us. Check the first floor.
Mr. Holmes is currently investigating it, right?
He said that the tenant himself requested the investigation, so I handed him the key.
Soseki asked Mr. Holmes to investigate this case?
That has to be a barefaced lie. Do you think we can get a look at his room too?
Sure, I don't mind. It's right down the stairs.
I'm not sure if we'll find anything of use in Soseki's room, but we need to go get our hands on whatever information we can, shall we?
Of course! Not to mention, we can ask Mr. Holmes plenty of questions as well.
And we will in a second because we have to keep looking around a little bit.
Ah!
Let's look at this war coat. Looks like an old military
I
uniform.
don't care about any of this. It's been brushed meticulously to pristine perfection.
What? You mean those silly old rags?
Huh?
This here's a piece of celebratory garb I wore for my retirement from the armed forces. I hate looking back on the past, you see. I'd consider throwing it out, but well, if I had to leave one thing behind as a memento of my life, I guess that'd be it.
I see.
I guess I shouldn't pry any more into this.
Please let that be it. Oh.
I mean, that's probably
Okay,
just like
yeah,
talk.
yeah, you're right.
That'd probably be them talking to them both. I'll have to experiment later, but the medal.
This looks like a medal. It's set in a splendid decorative frame.
Looks like the owner is quite proud of it. I'm a little worried about the way it's leaning.
Oh.
It's just an old hunk of junk.
Huh?
I could just toss the thing, but it'd be excessively rude to the general. So as you can see, I decided to just throw it up there on the wall.
He says that, but it's framed high up on the wall. It's polished to perfection to boot.
Part of the medal bears an inscription. Let's see. Good job medal?
Well, that sounds like a medal even I could earn.
Yes, well, what you see is what you get. That's their way of saying good job. Every soldier knows that one's deeds cannot be measured simply by sheer number of medals.
Good job.
That's great. Oh, a picture of him. Oh, there's so many pictures of him. Okay, I'm sure it's for all of them, but in this portrait, Mr. Garrett is glaring at the glaring in the viewer's direction.
All of these smaller picture frames seem to display Mr. Garrett's image as well.
There's some statue that looks like a lion here as well.
No, that old thing the neighborhood pawn shop shoved that on me.
What do you mean by shoved?
The shopkeeper's a good head for a game. I was into buying forfeited pawn items. Afterwards, I realized I don't really need any of this junk.
Indeed. The lion statue does seem a bit unnecessary.
Wow, Suso was pretty blunt about that. a little
There's
thing.
a huge screen
Yeah,
set
that.
up here as if it only exists to block the way.
It almost looks like someone's trying to hide something. I wonder what's behind it.
Curtain number 1. Makes me want to try and peek behind it.
Maybe we should back off for now, Susuda. They're hiding something. That maid seems like she has a half a mind to splash us with hot tea. There's a hammer down there. There's a hammer in there. There's a bunch of like dust coming off there. There's some kind of, I don't know if you can see that with your eyes, but some kind of stainage going on down there. Like it's not shadows. That's almost like spilled liquid, or that's some kind of.
I can't quite tell from here, no. There was stuff by the table. Yeah, the table.
Yeah, I can flip over to here. There's the window.
You can see the scene of the crime, Briar Road, from here.
Oh yeah, you can see the police proceeding with their investigation on the other side of the road.
Other side of the road. The glass is a bit fogged up though, so it's difficult to see outside properly.
Why don't we try opening up the window then?
Don't take the frigid chill of London's winter too lightly now.
Huh?
Open up that window, even a cup of piping hot tea would freeze solid right away. Not a soul exists in London that would open a window in the dead of winter.
Doesn't seem like you'd get a good view of the incident from here anyway.
And
All this stuff.
that.
There's a cupboard built into the wall. It seems very personalized.
My, so this is what British cupboards are like. It's positively lovely.
It's like broken.
But the boards are all out of place and the plates look a tiny bit smashed.
No kidding. Just calling them broken would be an understatement of the century.
Oh, perhaps that cannon over there destroyed them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Too scared to dig any deeper. And then a table.
Look at this, Naruhodo. How lovely. These beautiful little pastries are arranged on cake stands.
I suppose arranged is equivalent to strewn about half-eaten in her mind.
Gracefully partaking an afternoon tea time is the way of the British. Master always enjoys one cup of tea made with 2 cakes. How delightful.
Huh? Wait a sec. I see 10 cakes lined up on this cake stand.
But of course, it wouldn't do to be wasteful. Therefore, I take any of the cakes that Master leaves uneaten.
You don't say. Candelabra.
There's an old candelabra set up here for some reason.
Alden's right. The gold parts have all turned black.
Oh gosh.
No, that's just a piece of cheap old iron.
Huh?
It's the candle stand I used when I was studying for my office examination. So old I could probably just throw it out, but well, I mean, it still works.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose that's true.
I never thought that even something like this would have a story behind it.
You could at least say memories rather than a story.
I'd rather not. I don't care. All right.
Please, is that it? Is that everything?
I thought.
Oh, the little thing. The little...
Whatever this is. This is a shell for my cannon.
Yes, it would appear so, but why would something like that be in here?
Oh, I found that one straight in the barracks during artillery training. Even to this very day, it's still a bit of a legend within the army.
Well, what? So you just took it with you because you felt like it?
Well, I wouldn't really say I just felt like it. It's just a heap of scrap after all, and wouldn't even be a big deal if I just tossed it. I just keep it there in case somehow, in some way, it happens to come in handy with something.
And have you ever found any use for it?
That's right. The other day, while she was cleaning the room, she dropped the busted thing on my foot.
Oh god. Oh dear.
For the first time in ages, the great John Garter wept a man's tears.
Maybe you should get rid of that thing after all.
Alright, is that
Wonderful.
everything?
Anything around in this cupboard, and these bottles, and the books.
Ah!
There are books piled up on the table. I suppose they enjoy reading.
That's nice. Now let's go.
You sure the winter nights in London are so long? There's
You know,
nothing
this is
quite
so
like
long, this segment.
Sitting down with a book by the fireplace.
Oh, it's a copy of the Strand magazine. Even Mr. Garrett is fond of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Huh.
Speaking of which...
Mr. Holmes is really a big deal.
Yes, let's go see him.
All right, we'll go see the boy now. Time to move to Soseki's flat.
Where is he? It's been so long.
Oh God, we'll never find. Oh well, we'll never find him. Okay. Oh, that's a cat. Oh, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I don't think we will find
What
him.
a stifling stench. I feel like I'm about to choke on the air in this room. Does it come from that huge mountain of old books?
Where is he? She's
Oh,
just
he's
like
somewhere.
She's just like, Jesus Christ.
This is pretty bad.
I have never seen this many books.
I haven't either.
Well, I know that. No.
But still, it's so dark in here.
Oh, that is a window over there, is it not?
It was at some point. Rather than a window, it looks like something that was once a window. Looks like it's been filled in using bricks and mortar. Does Soseki really live in a room like this?
By the way, I don't see Mr. Holmes anywhere.
Oh, you're right. I know Mr. Garrett had said. You should have been investigating in here. He's probably under a collapsed stack of these books.
Oh God, I hope not.
He's just probably collapsed dead in here somewhere.
No.
Oh God, I don't see him anywhere.
Christ.
Oh boy. Kitty.
Oh. Cute.
Hello.
Oh, it's Stretch. It did the little leg thing.
And it's gone.
Oh, what a darling cat. Maybe he's a little watchman, here to guard the books while the master's away.
He's not doing his job very well. He just jumped into a mountain of books. Looks like a little calico cat. I guess they have these here in Great Britain too.
Perhaps Soseki brought him here from Japan?
Suddenly I feel so homesick for Japan.
We've only been here for 2 days, though.
Things were so much simpler back then. Well, you know, we're going to keep investigating this place and finding where the hell Sherlock's buried in. Probably that stack that's crooked right there. He's probably behind there struggling for breaths as we speak. Don't worry, Sherlock. Give us 23 and a half hours and we will save you. You can breathe for another 23 and a half hours, right? You're not going to die, right? I know you've been waiting so long for the boy. You thought he was going to be here like 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
And they still keep... Is that well, that's not even important, apparently. Right, he's here somewhere. He's obviously stuck behind this window. He's barricaded himself back there. Preparing to feel what it's like to be these walls. That'd be something he would do.
Yeah.